Insane asylums have been the setting for many horror movies and television series. It's no wonder, as these places have gained notoriety for their cruel treatments and conditions leading to the deaths and brutality of many. This resulted in the termination of most of the institutions and their horrific practices, such as lobotomies. With that being said, it's your Wizard HD, and welcome to our list of the 5 cruelest insane asylums.
Number 5.
Danvers Lunatic Asylum, considered the birthplace of the prefrontal lobotomy. Massachusetts Danvers Lunatic Asylum opened in 1874. Besides lobotomies, patients were victims to shock therapy and injected with insulin until they ended up in a coma. Many were constrained by straitjackets as it became understaffed due to an increase in population, and many dead patients wouldn't be found for long periods of time.
Number 4.
Bethlem Royal Hospital. Known as London's most famous asylum, Bethlem Royal Hospital was established by Italian bishop in 1274 after the state took control of the institution from the church in the 1600s. Treatments turned sinister. Therapy involved being suspended from the ceiling in a rotating chair, where the patient would be spun for hours until they vomited. Lots were beaten, starved, and thrown in icy baths. Bethlem let wealthy Londoners pay to roam around the hospital to view the patients like animals in a zoo. When philanthropist Edward Wakefield visited, he recalled seeing naked men chained to the walls.
Number 3.
Trenton Psychiatric Hospital, previously called the New Jersey State Hospital at Trenton. This was New Jersey's first public mental hospital, founded in 1848. When Henry Cotton became the hospital's medical director in 1907, patients underwent disturbing procedures. Dr. Cotton believed that the removal of infected body parts was the cure to mental illness. With that belief, he removed the tonsils, teeth, ovaries, colons, and other supposedly infected parts of dozens of the hospital's patients without their consent. This didn't result in curing their illnesses, but instead led to the deaths of many patients. Even after Dr. Cotton's retirement, the removal of teeth continued up until the 1960s.
Number 2.
Topeka State Hospital. Located in Topeka, Kansas, this hospital was in operation from 1872 to 1997. It was known for sterilizing their patients. Backed by the Kansas legislation, a sterilization law was passed in 1913. This practice was done on criminals, epileptics, and the insane, and didn't end until 1961. Besides castrating their patients, Topeka State Hospital gained a reputation for abusing and neglecting their patients. One of their legendary stories tells of one patient being strapped down for such a long period of time that his skin eventually grew over the straps.
Number 1.
Athens Lunatic Asylum. Opened in 1874 in Ohio, this asylum became overcrowded with Civil War soldiers dealing with PTSD, epileptics, alcoholics, rebellious teens, and the elderly. To treat these patients, lobotomies, electroshock therapy, and ice water drips were used. Many women were sent for hysteria stemming from strong sexual desires, menstrual derangement, and menopause. As the number of patients increased, there weren't enough staff members, leading to a decline in treatment and rooms stuffed with patients and only one nurse. Their most famous story involves a patient named Margaret Schilling, who attempted to hide from the staff but ended up locked in an upstairs wing and wasn't found until a month later, dead, naked, and on the floor. Her decomposed body left a permanent mark on the floor and is still visible to this day. And there you have it, our list of the 5 cruelest insane asylums. Were there any other cruel asylums that we missed? If so, be sure to mention them in the comments section below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.